This is a new model that just dropped from Ferramonster. This one's called the Astrome, whichever the pronunciation is. We also have an S90V blade on this one, and we have a sandblast finish going on. So let's go ahead and get in here, waste no time, see what this new model is all about. Bada bing, bada boom. We got the usuals on this one as well. We got business card, paperwork, we got the Ferramonster Velcro patch, and the knife pouch. I hope you guys are as excited as I am here. We got the knife, and man, I haven't even taken it out of the plastic here, and I'm already getting pretty lengthy knife vibes here. I got the sort of monochromatic version that is probably the one I would go for, if I'm being honest. Picking one of these up, I typically go for a monochromatic look. I'm loving the right away. Loving the pivot collar here, little Damascus pivot collar, pressing on both sides. The Ferramonster logo is also pretty clean. It just looks like a arrow in a way, so pretty decent. Also unique thumb studs, right? Kind of like thumb ramps with some jimping on it, a little bit of stepping to them if you would. There's going to be a frame lock, blasted finish, titanium here, pretty natural look with a blacked out titanium backspacer, and the hardware. That's going to be titanium hardware as well. No pull on them. Titanium pocket clip. Yep, no pull on those screws at all. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and send it and see what the blade looks like. Bam! Holy macaroni. Yeah, it is, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. It is definitely on the larger size of knife for sure. Look at this thing. Crazy S90V blade with a drop point. And we have a little bit of a fuller sort of thumb stud combination with a good belly. And kind of like a... what are we saying here? Is this look machine finish, right? Bell satin finish is what I meant to say. It definitely looks like that for sure. It's a very vertical looking grind finish to it, if you would. But yeah, the belly here, look at the belly on this blade. That is pretty crazy here, pretty gnarly. Of course, with the frame lock, we have a steel on steel contact, engagement about 20 to 25%-ish. Right? Good access here from the show side. Nice and easy to disengage. And let's check out the drop shot action here. A little bit of a shake shot. Of course, it's got to break in nicely. The D10 feels good on the thumb stud deployment. For the reverse flick, I'm using the meat of the middle finger. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit of a odd shape thumb stud. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can. There we go. I used the nail of the middle finger that time. All right, so that's all it is. I just had to get the hang of it. So yeah, it took me what, 10 seconds, maybe less, to figure it out. But all I gotta do is line up the nail of the middle finger. It actually feels nice and it doesn't hurt to do so. Yeah, with the thumb stud, I thought it would be more complicated than that, but no, it actually works really good, especially with the unique looking design thumb studs, if you would. Can you deploy with the fuller? The answer is yes. Hold on a second, let me do it. Let me do it again. This is fuller, 100%. That's where I'm at, right? Nowhere near the thumb stud. And there it is, right? It definitely deploys. So that answers that question. So at least two deployment methods, or you could use a fuller for additional deployments if you would. But check out the Ergos, man. Very long, accommodating handle here. If I do the hammer grip with my average size hands, look at all this space. So definitely can accommodate larger hands, no doubt about it. I barely feel the pocket clip. I'm gonna go 9 out of 10. That reverse grip feels good. Little Friday night gas station grip here feels nice. Pacol grip, even that feels pretty solid. And I mean, the main thing with this one is the blade, how much reach you have, long cutting path. Let's get some measurements just to be more exact here. This one's got to be close to 9 inches, right? Everything so far I think was what, 8.5. This is got to be in the 9-inch realm. Well, actually not quite, right? It looks like such a large knife. 8.5 overall length with 3.75 blade length and a 3.65-ish on the cutting path. Handle length is going to be around very close to 4.7-ish. Looking inside, we do have, as you would expect, a good amount of milling there in the titanium for weight reduction, right? Even on the lock bar side, stress relief on the cutout. If I were nitpicking, if it weren't my design, I would have wanted that on the inside, but it doesn't make a difference, right? It's actually pretty decently far away from where the pocket clip engages or touches the titanium, so shouldn't have any issues there, right? Going in and out of the pocket. And as far as weight on this bad boy, I want to say probably 4.5. Look at that, 4 on the dot, 114 grams. Definitely pretty good, solid weight there for a all metal, titanium, and steel blade combo, and having, you know, obviously the size of folder that we're dealing with here. Man, this one is pretty epic. Absolutely pretty epic, I gotta say. I saw some pictures of it. I didn't know how much I would like it, but now that I have it on hand, right, it actually feels really good. The acoustics are even pretty good, pretty solid. Take a listen. And then on the Spidey flick, pretty nice. There are multiple variants available of this one, plenty to choose from, right? What's more your style? What speaks to you the most? I mean, I feel like if the geometry overall is something you absolutely like, it's going to be a no-brainer, right? Everything is really well executed. Ferramonster has been making knives, not just their own models, but they've been OEMing knives for a plethora of other brands too. That's actually how they got started, and then eventually they made their own knives. But yeah, their machining, their quality is pretty top notch.